Hi, and welcome to the SEO Podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of eWeb Results.
I am Charles Lewis, your client results strategist.
Welcome back to another fun-filled edition of our podcast. This is podcast number 379. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we have a tip from our previous podcast, and that tip is guard against negative SEO. Check search rankings for spikes and dips in positioning.
Look, if you want to, easiest way to find out if your ranking is being affected by some negative SEO, log in the search console, check your queries, and see what your impressions look like. Do you see dips in impressions? Do you see spikes in impressions? Either way is a good way to determine what your link profile is doing and if you're being affected negatively.
Hey, please subscribe and follow. Boom! Please remember, we were filmed live here in Houston, Texas. And Chuck and I, we are your friendly local neighborhood
top position snatchers.
And our mantra is,
do not be a douche.
I got to change it up today. We got a review that I just wanted to jump into right away. It's from Kayla Trujillo, and it says, and it is, of course, 5 stars.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Was that like say her name again?
Kayla Trujillo.
Okay, there you go.
Did I mess it up?
I don't know. I just heard it in the...
And it didn't sound like it looked.
I was like, what?
So this review is, of course,
5 stars.
And it says, I absolutely love this podcast. Punch in the face to you both. That's a good thing. By implementing your advice and strategies, I'm seeing huge results in my rankings, and I couldn't be more excited.
That's what's up.
Wow, Kayla, punch in the face to you.
I'd love to know what you implemented.
That is awesome.
And what do you mean by huge
Huge?
results? Yeah. That's what's up.
Very cool. So we do have an article that we're discussing today. That article is...
Man, this article was posted by a search engine journal guy, Corey Morris. He says, how to conduct a complete AdWords audit. He got like 7 steps in there on things you need to do to complete an AdWords audit. Talks about everything from keywords to structure. So we'll get into that in a minute. Punch in the face to you, Corey Morris.
All right, so if you're new to the podcast, we're going to do a little bit of potatoes. We will get into the meat, and we'll be discussing that article. Right now, if you're in a position to, you have some sort of electronic device, we would ask you to tweet. Chuck, what should they tweet?
They should tweet us. Use the hashtag SEO Podcast. This is number 379. Tag us in it at eWeb Results, at Best SEO Podcast. That way we can follow you back and do all of our social networking stuff.
Now, I know I did just say tweet. They could also do the same very similar things on Facebook or on Instagram. Maybe take a picture of their screen, snapshot of their phone, get that up on Instagram. But yeah, please do
that.
That'd
be kind of live. You want to screenshot us? That may earn you something.
Yeah.
You screenshot us that you're watching it? Yeah, I would have to do something different, like a link or something, or who knows.
Yeah.
Screenshot us on Instagram.
Yeah,
Tag
we would
us at eWeb Results.
We would definitely give you a punch in the face for that. So if this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, howdy, welcome to the show.
Glad to have you.
We are going to get into the meat here pretty soon. If you've listened to this podcast before, then you know the section that we're going to skip. The way this works, we run a quote-unquote contest every week. If we get a review and we get 10 shikos.
A shiko, that's an eWeb Results branded term for social engagement. Stands for shares, likes, and follows. Shiko.
If we get 10 shikos and a review, then we don't go through the laborious process of telling you how to leave us a review.
Yeah,
so
we're literally saving you probably, 4 minutes.
Yes. So thank you, and our thanks to you is saving you 4 minutes. We will, though, tell you how you can shiko us, because that's really easy to do. Just go to our profiles on these platforms, and we've made it easy to get there. Facebook.com/eWeb
Results,
YouTube.com/eWeb
Results,
Twitter.com/eWeb
Results,
Instagram.com/eWeb
Results,
and LinkedIn.com/company/
eWeb Results.
All of those will take you to our profiles on those platforms, and there you can shiko us. Yeah, that's pretty simple. If you're a PHP genius or a WordPress guru, is that the first time I said genius for PHP? I don't know. If you're a PHP genius, I'm getting it definitely. I say it every time. It felt smarter this time. So if you're smarter than a genius at PHP and or WordPress, we're looking for you.
It felt the exact same to me.
It must be me. It's not you, it's me. Go ahead and leave us an audio resume, 713-510-7846.
Hit us up.
If you would like a free comprehensive website profit analysis, we will get one of those for you. All you need to do is go to ewebresults.com and click the green button, which should be working soon.
Yeah, I saw those texts coming in. I was like, okay.
What is going on here? Yeah, there's some sort of Ajax issue going on, so we're getting that solved. It's time for the favorite segment of the program, the algorithm cataclysm. Oh, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Cataclysm right there. So this cataclysm comes from, first off, dig this. You need to have your Google My Business page even verified to take advantage of today's cataclysm.
Okay.
Right? So luckily, we've done that.
Verified for us and our clients.
So what Google has enabled verified Google My Business users to do is literally post from your Google My Business page, and that post, whatever you posted there, will show up on the search results page if somebody searches for your company name. So right now, if someone watching right now, if you were to go to Google and search for eWeb Results,
right?
Search SEO Podcast, any other number of phrases I tagged it with, our local listing would show, just like it does when we tell people GE+, that would come up. The only difference is you would see an ad for today's podcast that says Podcast 379, start the day, talking about hashtag AdWords Audit. Learn more link actually brings you to our podcast page. That's a new feature. They're calling it Google My Business Post, Posts. And literally, you log into the dashboard, first new section you see is post, and you can post multiple times a day as often as you want. And so I think it's pretty cool. If you're like a business, like a restaurant, this is an awesome place for you to be posting daily specials and new this or new that. Maybe you're a retail establishment, new coupons or any offers like that. This is where you want to take advantage of it. Or in our case, we got a weekly podcast. So today was the podcast. Tomorrow will probably be about our instant leads campaign. But something will go there.
Guaranteed.
And take advantage. Exactly. So it's called Google Post. That's how I go, Kevin.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's really cool. All right, I got a little bit of news. Mine is often off topic. We will get to the meat here soon. Lyft is coming to Houston, am I pushing in here? Mm-hmm. I went to Pep Boys to get some oil because it was running low. That's always scary. And right there was a little Lyft table, so you could sign up to be a Lyft driver.
Pep Boys.
That was kind of cool. I didn't.
Makes sense.
There's got to have some place to sign up or
boy,
drive
they've been texting me. And I don't even know how I got my number. I be getting texts like once a week, like, hey, become a Lyft driver.
Like,
or reply stop to stop these. I'll be like, stop. And then a week later, be like, hey, become a Lyft driver.
I believe
and I'll be like, stop. Yeah. So.
That's funny. Next is Google is going to stop scanning Gmail accounts.
I saw that.
To figure out, and that could be AlgoCat too, right? It's certainly algorithm related.
Well, they said they're going to stop searching the free ones, right? So apparently the G Suite and all of the pay ones, they've already stopped.
Yeah, they stopped that a while ago, But the free Gmail accounts, they'll scan your content and put ads in front of you that match your content. That's about to stop. They didn't give a stop date. I didn't notice a stop date. Maybe it was immediate. Who knows?
It said 2017.
Okay.
The article I read said 2017.
Okay, cool. And then finally, Google adds medical information to the list of data that is automatically removed from search results. Yeah, so somehow like some articles, some people's medical records had gotten someplace where Google could index them, and then now they were indexable and or indexed, and so that they could be shown. They were
actually in the index.
Yeah, so they're making sure that those are removed. So that's all the news I got. I do have one more review after you do your review.
Okay, well let's get into this news. I bought my spinner, right?
All right.
I turned my lights off and everything. Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
a little slower than it's looking at my hand right here.
Yeah.
But then I did use my spinner. Why did I bring my spinner today?
Why did you bring your spinner today?
Google has a new Easter egg. You know the Google Easter egg.
Yeah.
Right? You
go find it. Yep.
So if you go search spinner, obviously, and then you get returned an embedded spinner.
Right.
That's available right now, where you go in and then you use your mouse to spin
and it'll
it,
spin.
or you can click the spin button, or you can use your you can swipe and spin it if you're on your mobile device when you do it. And so I spent about 180 seconds spinning a digital
Does it have a timer on it, or
no? I just was like, I was like, okay, that seems about like enough time to get back to work.
Yeah.
And So that was that. Anyway, you got some time to go check it out. I'm not sure why they did it, but it's there.
It's a fad, right? It's kind of cool.
It's just there.
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, you can do that. Now, more Google news. Google for Jobs. Remember, we talked about this before, that Google was going to get into the job deal. So now it's live in the search results. I actually went and tested this. It was pretty cool. I tested the SEO. If you go do like SEO job near me, right, then Google gives you a chart. And it's interesting because it's going to be it's a new 3-pack.
Right.
It was like a 3-pack of SEO jobs near me. And then there's a more link that opens up to a whole new thing. And what Google did, as a matter of fact, the headline said, Google for Jobs sees the search giant collaborating with other companies in the job matching industry to connect employers with the right candidates. And that's exactly what happened. The 3-pack that came up, the top listing was Indeed, the second one was like Monster, the third one was something else. So it's literally just pulling this things.
Right.
But cool thing was it had columns, like when this job was posted, how long it's been active. So I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, last time I was in the market, that would have been information.
It's nice to have quick and easy.
Yeah, especially. So that's what's up, Google. I'm glad you're making it easier for people to try to find jobs. Last piece of news, 2 more pieces. One, let's talk Snapchat.
Okay.
I don't use it much. Every now and then I do. But if I did use it a lot, this would be a cool feature. So Snapchat launches a location sharing feature called SnapMap. They bought out a map company.
I read about that too, yeah.
And so Snapchat's next big feature wants to get you to meet up with friends in real life rather than just watching each other's lives on your phones. SnapMap lets you share your current location, which appears to friends on a map that updates when you open Snapchat. Now, I looked at the screenshots, and that's just pretty cool.
Right.
For you to be snapping with somebody, then click over to the map and realize that, they actually right around the corner from me, or they on the other side of the country, or they 10 minutes away, or wherever they're snapping from. Just kind of cool information to know.
So we're getting more notice, I don't know if you are, on like Facebook of XYZ person is close by. I don't know if you have that turned on. I don't know if it's a turn on feature, it can get pretty complex. But when I was driving out, we have a client who's about an hour and 40 minutes north of Houston. I was driving out there, and then a guy that I haven't chatted with in quite a while, Joe, he shows up. Joe's nearby. I'm like, he does live out here. Really, I'm nearby. It should have been you're nearby, Joe. So that's kind of cool.
Interesting. I can't say that I saw one of them. My last piece of news is about YouTube. So they just posted this. YouTube, dig this, Chris, has 1.5 billion logged in monthly users.
Wow.
1.5 billion with the B logged in monthly users. Now add this caveat. And those 1.5 billion monthly logged in users watch at least 30 minutes of video daily.
Wow. The 30 billion minutes of video every day. Wow.
And that's just YouTube. And so I'm just imagine what the Facebook numbers look like, because Facebook has
that was YouTube?
That was just YouTube.
In my head, you're like, that's Facebook.
No, that was
Facebook
YouTube.
Could be bigger than that.
Exactly.
Oh
and then when you consider all of the live video that's going up, I just imagine what the Facebook numbers look like. But anyway, that was YouTube, and that's
Wow. All right. So here's one last review. So the title of the review is 5 stars, baby.
Yeah.
And it is, of course, 5 stars. It's by Chris from PV Pros in New Jersey. I've had conversations with them. They do photovoltaic stuff. I should know how to say that. I did study engineering. So it's like solar cells.
Got you.
Coming from a non-marketing engineer, thank you for keeping it clear and concise with the side of funny. I can speak more confidently when marketing topics come up. Looking forward to the website profit analysis. And he got one. So punch in the face to you, Chris.
That's what's up.
Cool. I think that is the potatoes of our podcast.
Hey, one petiff.
One
Get
more.
to this petiff real quick.
Yep.
This punch in the face goes to Superman Comics and SEO. They've hit us up before. They said at eWeb Results, at Best SEO Podcast, would love to see an episode about YouTube optimization. Seems to play an important role in some businesses.
We have one on
we
YouTube
did
optimization.
one.
And if you want to see Charles cry just a little bit.
we featured
Dan Golden.
Yeah,
Dane Golden.
Golden, yeah. Matter of fact, at Superman, I will find that archive and retweet you with it.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
That is posted.
That was really good, and there is it's right there.
Yeah, we actually had to interview the guy who specializes in promoting YouTube videos, and it was pretty cool.
All right, so that is the potatoes of the podcast. Time to get into the meat.
Like I said, I want to give a huge punch in the face to Corey Morris and the good folks over at Search Engine Journal. He posted this article, How to Perform an AdWords Audit. Pretty simple. How to perform an AdWords audit.
Yep.
And so I think this is
It sounds useful.
Very useful, very key, something we find ourselves doing not only weekly, but every time, we get a new client, we got to kind of audit their account, see what's going on with it. Matter of fact, he says an audit can reveal painful hidden issues that need to be addressed. Once you've identified these issues, you can get to work improving the overall health and performance of your account. He's absolutely right. It's a reason we do weekly audits for every PPC account, and that's so we can consistently have some eyes on that account, understanding what's going on, what's not going on, what should be improved, what's not working, and then it's just necessary in order to effectively manage a paid campaign, to make sure it's generating results, make sure it's not overspending, needs to be kind of auditing consistently. And so he has how to perform an AdWords audit. So let's get right into it. He says step number 1. Review the goals. Right? If you're going to do an audit, you should probably review the goals, right?
This does presuppose that you have goals.
Set up, exactly. He says there can be multiple conversion goals. Understanding what they are and what performance outcomes you're seeking will set the tone for your evaluation throughout the rest of the audit process. He's absolutely right. Like, you need to understand what it is you're trying to accomplish with Google AdWords or Bing Ad Center or Facebook ads or sponsored tweets or whatever paid type of search you're doing or paid clicks you're managing. You need to figure out what your overall goal is. He says, ask these questions. What are your conversion goals for the company? What are your conversion goals? When you consider your website, what do you count as a conversion? Is it a form submission? Is it a download? Is it a newsletter subscription? Is it a phone call? Right? What is your goal? And the first key thing is to identify what those goals are for your company, right? So that's really like based off of your call to action, based off your website. What are your company related goals for this digital marketing campaign, right? Then he says, what are your conversion goals in AdWords? So not necessarily for the company, but in AdWords specifically. Mr. Morris, what do you mean? Well, what he's talking about is your percentages, your budget. Like, is your goal to spend a bunch of money? Is your goal to drive a whole bunch of traffic and increase your branding? Or is your goal to generate, web conversions from these AdWords campaigns? Like, figure out what your AdWords goal is and what that conversion rate looks like. You may do some industry research. You'll learn that maybe people in your industry only convert at 2%. Right? Industry average is about 2.5. And so once you figure out what your goal is, then you can better create your campaign. Review your goals. I think it's clear to understand what your goals are and making sure that they have been set up and configured correctly is what I kind of added here. A challenge is you may be working in analytics and you may not have your goals just configured right. So you've added it, but it's not tracking the calls, or the data's a little skewed, or somehow you're getting some spam data in there, some ghost or data that's just not accurate. So I think before you can even review those goals, you need to make sure that you have them set up properly, that they are functional, that analytics and AdWords are working in harmony and actually tracking that data. Then that way, when you do sit back and review the goals, you actually have some good data to look at.
It goes back to what we say all the time. Make sure you're not there throwing money against the wall and seeing if it sticks. Make sure you have goals. So there's kind of two aspects of this conversation, right? Goals in, like, this is what I want to accomplish, and then goals in AdWords that match that. Sometimes they can't match exactly, but as closely as possible so that you can then track it.
Yeah, high-level goals. We want to drive traffic and get website newsletter subscriptions. We want to drive traffic and get new appointments set. We want to drive traffic and get mixtape downloads. Whatever your overall goal is, identify that first. And then make sure you have the functionality set up on the site to actually track that goal, and then funnel it through AdWords and make sure that it's working.
Well, I'm going to give a punch in the face. Marcus and Brian tuned in on Facebook Live. Thank you, guys.
Punch in the face to you guys. Number two.
Number two.
He says, review your account structure. So number 1 was review the goals. We're talking about an AdWords audit. Number 2 is review your account structure. He says while there's not necessarily a right way to structure your account, you want to do so in a way that gives you as much control as possible on the more granular details of bid, budget, ads, and overall management. He's absolutely right. Like, there is no official way to kind of configure your campaign. Just depends on what you're doing, what you're going after, how many people have access to it, who's managing it. Like, all that kind of goes into place. But what I will say is that there are some kind of foundational kind of core things that you should be doing in whatever account it is. And so what I say, like, for example, is when you're structuring these accounts, right? Identify how you plan on targeting these people. Are you targeting them by location? Right? So maybe you provide service in Houston and in Katy and in Pearland. These are kind of cities surrounding Houston. Then you may want to create campaigns based off of those cities. So that way you may want to turn off ads in a certain city or turn up ads in a certain city. And if you formatted them by city, then you can do that. Right? Maybe you want to first them by the type of service you offer. Maybe you provide AC, maybe you provide heating, maybe you provide plumbing. And so you may have campaigns for each one of your services. And in that way you can adjust those. Maybe you want to target by the personality you're going after. Like a male campaign and a female campaign. And everything in the male campaign is using
For a second there, I thought we're an internet, just a reminder, we're an internet marketing agency. Male campaigns are not, we don't do male.
Maybe you were targeting males in your digital campaign. Or maybe you're targeting females in your digital campaign. And so
today we're going to promote billboards, TV, radio, and mail.
M-A-L-E. Yeah. And so, but the key is you may, by separating those type of campaigns in AdWords or Bing or whatever you're using, then you may realize really quickly as you kind of glance at your analytics that you get a higher conversion rate from females than males. If you've separated them campaigns, then you can kind of go back and adjust budget, turn budget up over here, pause that one. The key is having the account structure set up correctly so you can go in and make the right adjustments as you get data. The problem is most of the accounts that come to us, they aren't set up correctly. It's just a whole bunch of random key phrases and a bunch of random ad groups. And the
sometimes negative phrases.
No campaign structure involved. And so, it becomes a long audit.
Yep. Number three,
he says account and campaign settings. So the previous one was about the account structure, right? So this is about really the campaign settings, a little bit different. That structure is more about how you have your campaign set up and what the ad group looks like and then how the keywords go with that. The campaign settings are a little bit different. Matter of fact, he says here are some specific items to review, right? Like it's the geographic targeting. It's a campaign setting. Are you actually going after people in the Houston area? Have you identified where you want your ads to show? A lot of people haven't for some reason. So you want to make sure you've done that. Here's another one. Is your device targeting appropriate? It's a good one because depending on your industry and how much traffic you get, you may learn that you get a ton of mobile traffic, but your desktop traffic converts better. If you know that, then when you're paying for traffic, you want to make sure that if someone happens to be searching and they're on a desktop device, then I'm willing to bid a little bit higher because I know that this traffic is going to convert better. Right? You don't know that if you're not looking at the numbers, which is why you want to make sure you have your analytics kind of in sync with your AdWords so you can know that. Another question you may ask if you're checking your campaign settings, are the bid, strategy, the budget, and the ad delivery method as I desire? Right? Meaning, do I intend to show this on the search network? Is this the bid that I'm really going after? Can I even afford this budget? Right? How much is this going to spend over a certain period of time? These are things that you really need to know when creating the settings for your campaign. Because if you don't, Google will have no problem just infinitely charging you. And so you want to make sure you set some things in place so that doesn't happen. Do you have the right day parting in place? He's talking about ad scheduling, right? Like if you know
day parting, is that a common phrase?
That's an older term. I've heard it before. It used to be called day parting.
It's all right. You're old. It's okay.
But
in this industry, what does that mean?
Right? He's referring to ad scheduling, right? So if you know, like for example, you're running call ads and you
they don't answer the phone after 9 or after 5,
or if you know if your best salesperson is only there from 9 to 4. you know what I'm saying, who's the person answering the phone, who has the highest likelihood, then you may want to run your ads from 9 to 4.
Triple your budget from 9 to 4.
Exactly. If they're on a desktop device, right? That sort of stuff. But when you're looking at the data, then you can make those kind of decisions. And that's the point he's making. If you're not auditing your paid accounts and looking at your settings, then you may miss the opportunity to make those kind of changes. May miss that opportunity.
Before we get to number 4, no, we've just got punch in the face to Conrad and Manny. Manny's already commented on the fact that he doesn't have to read our signage backwards.
It's punch in the face to XSplit, man.
Yeah, our video. We're using XSplit. We're actually up on Facebook Live, watching your comments, and the video is normal now.
Except for our delay. Right?
Yeah,
he probably posted that apparently 30 seconds ago.
About 30 seconds ago. So punch in the face to you both, Conrad and Manny.
I guess he'll see that in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Ad groups. So we're talking about how to perform an AdWords audit by Corey Morris and the good folks over at Search Engine Journal. Number 1 was review your goals. Number 2 was review the account structure. Number 3 was the account and campaign settings. Number 4 is ad groups.
Ad groups.
Right, check the ad groups. We're talking about an AdWords audit. He says at this stage, it's important to remember that ad groups equal a group of ads, rather than ad groups equaling a group of keywords. This is important. I'm glad he took the time to point that out, because a lot of people tend to group keywords by the ad that's going to show when those keywords are searched, and that's not really the purpose of it.
It doesn't have one-to-one
necessarily. Exactly. Ad group is really literally what it says, a group of ads. Now, they may be related to a certain set of phrases, but it's really about the ads themselves.
You may have been lazy and only made one ad.
Exactly.
Google may have shut off all your other ads, right?
But it's about having a group of ads.
Yeah.
He says sometimes we get those confused. We think too much about keywords and groupings before we think about the intent of the searcher and the destination we're sending them to. What you really want to understand is what your target is searching for, and make sure that you have the ads to speak towards it. Like for example, do you have enough ads that complement what this user may be looking for? Right. So maybe you got my previous example. You got a male user. He's on a desktop device and he's looking for AC repair in a certain area. Right. Then this is your best decision to create multiple ads that speak to him. Maybe one that's very technical. Replace your AC, save this much power, and this save this much money. Call today, right? Then maybe it's an emotional-based ad. Replace your AC and keep the wife happy. Blah blah blah, right? Or maybe it's a straight financial-based ad. Lowest AC replacement in the city. Take advantage. Limited time offer. Whatever the ad is, they're all relevant to that guy. That was kind of good to come up with 3 ads like that off the top. Yeah. But the point is,
that's why you're you.
The point is that would be an ad group all targeting the same person with different fields. And then we could test, we could do all kind of stuff from that point. Like, oh, he's really responding to these emotional ads. Spin off a whole new set of those.
By the way, not a surprise.
Exactly. The point is when you're doing ad groups, do more than one ad. Do a whole group of ads, so that way you can make the most of it.
And if you're really struggling with ads, because it's like my forte is not the creativity of making lots of ads, go to an expert, hire an expert. Maybe it's just, pay a couple hours and have them spin out a bunch of them. And then that'll do 2 things actually. One, they may not be perfect for your own target audience, but they'll be different perspectives, and those perspectives will give you
generate ideas.
Yeah,
where
a
you
lot
can write
of fuel.
More.
Yeah, so don't. If you struggle too much, just go.
If all your ads start sounding the same, that's one of the reasons I don't make beats. Right, like I love to rap. Right, and I know a lot of producers and people who make beats. Every time I sit at the beat machine, at the keyboard, it don't matter what concept I have up here. Whatever I execute sounds the same as the last beat I made.
Now, do other people also say it sounds the same, or is that just you and
That's just me. I'm like, man, that sounds just like my last beat.
Because it's coming out of the same place, and it's like, he's the one beat wonder.
And so I've learned that don't make beats, I buy beats.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to producers, get their input, and just see what they have available.
How much does a beat?
It depends anywhere from $40 to $4,000, depending on who made it and the purpose of it. Right. Mine don't cost nearly as much.
They don't cost $4,000.
Mine are more in the $150 range, and give me 2.
Cause I'm back.
Cause I'm back, dog. And so, but
That's
the key is ad groups work that way, right? And so you want to make sure that you have enough ads in the group to complement the user who you're going after. Number 5. Keywords. Right, so number 4 was ad groups. It's an audit.
It's a mining process.
Think about an AdWords audit, right? You get a campaign. First thing you want to do is, what do you say?
Overview.
Overview. Check the goals. Okay, this is what they're trying to accomplish. Check the account structure. Everything is in place. Then you want to you check all of that stuff. You check your settings. Make sure that you showing it at the right time. Got the right budget. You check your ad groups. Do you have enough ads in place? Now you're checking your keywords. He says we can get lost in keywords, match types, search queries, negative matching, and all of the detail. It's important to identify patterns and trends during the audit process. He's absolutely right. When you're looking at keywords, it's about just understanding which keywords, or better yet, which keyword concepts are bringing in the right type of traffic, right? He says, matter of fact, ask these questions. Are your negative keywords even in use? They should be. What's the negative keyword? Any word that you don't want to show up for should be a negative keyword for you. Maybe you fix Windows.
I was thinking of the thing, so we'll see what you come up with. But I'm thinking of the same one.
Yeah, maybe if you fix Windows and you do residential window replacements, right? Then car, automobile,
Apple,
windshield,
cell phone glass repair.
All of these are negatives you should have, and this is like experience talking right now.
This is like, ooh, don't need to bid on it. We don't do Apple glass repair.
So, but those are the negatives that you need to have running, because I guarantee you, if your phrases are there and you're running broad match or broad match modified or something like that, then you're likely showing for some other terms that you probably don't want to. And so, use negatives to do that. Another question: if you're auditing your keywords. Does the search query report show any keywords that are off topic, right? Are you when you go and look at all your keywords, are you getting traffic for a phrase that's just not relevant at all?
Never going to convert.
Add it as a negative, remove it from your list, whatever you got to do. Are there keywords that have no conversions but a lot of impressions and a lot of clicks, right? One of them keywords that just wasting budget, way too vague, maybe not qualified enough, but kind of on target.
Yeah.
You may want to, depending on your budget, right? You may need to go in and stop that phrase or come up with some more focused variations of it, or at the very least, exact match it. And so that way, whatever version comes in exactly that way, your click cost is a little bit lower and you can still get that traffic. But the key is to just understand how your keywords are performing, which ones you can change, which ones you can improve, and which ones you should just really stop using. And you can't figure that out without an audit. Number 6. Ads. He's talking about the ads themselves. We talked about the ad groups, making sure you have enough ads all in the right place. Then we talked about the keywords, right? So you've identified which keywords will reference those ads. Now he's talking about the ads themselves. He says one way to effectively test ads is to set the ad rotation to force an even rotation indefinitely and ensure that each ad group has 2 ad versions. So when you consider my previous example, right, you have an emotional-based ad and then a technical-based ad, all targeting the same person. What he's saying is do that and then set AdWords to rotate them equally.
Right.
Rotate them equally, and then you just give yourself a time period, 2 weeks, 30 days, depending on how much traffic you get and what your budget looks like.
The number of impressions, potentially.
Exactly, and then you can go back and see that each one of these ads were shown the exact same amount of time, and maybe ad A converted at 10%, which would be awesome, and ad B only converted at 4%.
Which would also be reasonably awesome.
Yeah, I know. But once you have that information, then you know, okay, I need to sit down and spin off more versions of ad A, go ahead and pause ad B, and then increase your budget, right? Because now you know which ad is converting more. If you're not auditing your ads, which ones are converting the best, which ones are frankly costing you the most and not converting at all, then you don't know. Chris alluded to it earlier. You're just kind of throwing money.
Seeing if it sticks. Not a good plan.
And so that's number 6, auditing the ads. The last one,
number 7.
The last one he talked about in reference to an AdWords audit is the landing page. Right, so he's talked about from the account setup to what your account looks like, and now we're getting into the landing experience, because even though the landing experience is not part of AdWords, there's a direct correlation on your landing score.
Whether you continue to run AdWords.
Exactly, how those ads even perform. Matter of fact, he says carrying the consistent wording or terminology through the landing pages.
We call that continuity. Right?
Having clear call to actions and a positive user experience are all key to ensuring optimal conversion rates. Look, at the end of the day, when you're looking at your pages, man, you want to consider the following. Is there a good headline or a clear call to action on this page? Right? Chris said we do call it continuity. Do the forms work? We tested that earlier. Right? These are just things you want to know. Is there a dedicated call tracking number? And is it set up? Like when you're considering your landing page, just start thinking about the experience that you want that user to take. That same male who's on a desktop device, and when it's search for AC repair, what do we want them to feel after they click? Right? We want them to feel trustworthy. We want them to feel engaged. We want them to feel that we can provide, we can help him with his AC situation.
That we're experts.
That we're experts. That we have the credibility and the resources to get it done. So you need all of that on that landing page. Matter of fact, and since we're talking about paid, let me give you a few moments to just talk instant leads for a minute, because I believe his audit kind of speaks directly towards our whole instant leads campaign.
Absolutely. So we come up with the program is called Instant Leads.
Leads.
Guaranteed. And basically, how do you guarantee that? I actually put together a video, I haven't posted it up yet, which talks about, look, it should be simple, right? You have a product or service that you're selling. Somebody is looking for that product or service. You can get ads in front of that person who's looking for your product or service. That ad can have an offer in it, right? It can be a compelling offer. So they click that compelling offer for the product or service that they're actually searching for, and they land on a landing page that reinforces the offer that they were expecting about the keyword that they were searching, and drives them to fill out a form or make a phone call. It should be easy, and with instant leads, guaranteed, it is that easy. So yeah, that's it, and it goes all the way from through AdWords down to the landing page. That continuity is continuous.
And he even started with review goals. And one of the things that's biggest with our instant leads campaign is that we're reviewing this consistently. Like we're looking to generate the most return as quickly as possible. And so we're adding budget, and we're looking at it daily, weekly, until we kind of plateau as much as we can get. And then we kind of revisit it and either help.
Typically we'll address another set of keywords that we can actually go after.
Expand. So anyway, I just thought that was a good time to talk about instant leads. So he closed it out with his final step, and which is the reporting and the action plan after you've done this audit. He says your real work begins after you've documented each item, the status of it, and any issues to address. Right? So after you started reviewing those goals and you realize, hey, we don't have our call tracking listed here as a goal, so we don't know how effective our paid ads are driving phone calls. Well, you noticed that in your audit, you wrote it down. Now go and take action. Maybe in your audit you realize that you only had one ad in this one ad group, and so it looks like it's performing, but you don't really know because you only have one ad.
A classic example of that is to put like the I think it's all AdWords, but to do search and display in the same campaign. Display is so much cheaper on an impression. Well, there's actually cost per impression, but on a per click basis, if you mix that data, you got no information.
And it's even tougher to look at it and understand it in analytics. But so go ahead, you take the time, now that you jotted that down and you wrote it down, you know you're gonna go back and split those into separate campaigns. One for search, one for display. That way you can kind of separate the budgets and be a little bit more granular in how you're making adjustments. The key to it all is, if you're running AdWords, or in this case, Ad Center, or whatever paid clicks that you're purchasing, you wanna audit that whole setup from what you're expecting to happen, like your goals and conversions, to the actual settings and configuration of the account, making sure you have your budget and your target set right, and to the landing experience, what's happening after the click. And if you kind of manage all of those things, then your campaign is probably performing pretty well. Man, punch in the face to you, Corey Morris. Yeah, good article, man. Great folks over at Search Engine Journal, How to Perform an AdWords Audit. Dude, I can dig it.
Hey, if you like this podcast, we're going to ask you to do one simple thing, and you could do it 3 times. And that would be to share this podcast with 3 people that you know.
Yeah, like 3 people who, I don't know, maybe having some challenges with AdWords right now.
Right.
Share it with them. Say, hey, these guys just posted an audit. Matter of fact, they're reasonable hourly. If you just want to call and have them look at it, we'd be glad to do that. Tag us in it at eWebResults. That way we'll know you did it.
Yep.
And we'll give you some link love and some punches in the face for that.
And actually, we have a referral program. So, and you know, one target maybe that wasn't very specific. If there's a business owner who could benefit from instant leads,
leads.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, just somebody who could benefit from this information. Right?
All right, so we'll keep this short. If you're interested in growing your business with the largest, simplest marketing tool on the planet,
the internet,
call eWebResults for increased revenue in your business. Our phone number is 713-592-6724. We do have a referral program. We just alluded to that referral program. So go ahead, if you know somebody who needs internet marketing, that's website, AdWords, obviously we just talked about search engine optimization, social media marketing,
email marketing, all of the above, custom website design.
Any of those, go ahead and send them to us when they pay.
Man, we've been getting into some kind of JV launch stuff we're working on right now, so just stay tuned for that. We'll probably have a product service kind of launch package for you guys coming soon. So we're working on some stuff.
Absolutely. So send them to us. When they pay their bill, we pay you. It's a pretty nice little program.
Easy to get
if
paid.
you are in Houston, you should be doing network. In fact, just add this to your calendar right now. Literally, like pause it, do whatever, and add. Well, keep listening until I tell you the date. It's the 29th, so it's Thursday the 29th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. A really good friend of mine, Patrick, he actually, I saw a training he did last week, this Wednesday, and it was impressive. Like, it's just impressive the impact that his exercises and what he took a room full of businesses through so that they could actually break through what's holding them back. If you want to experience that, if you want to have a breakthrough and you're here in Houston,
take it, man, dude, powerful dude, very sharp mind, you know, like especially, but does the I was gonna say hypnotic.
He used to do hypnosis.
He used to do hypnosis stuff and like all kind of stuff, man. Really sharp guy.
He can really help you break through. So that's June 29th, this next Thursday. It's at Tulane University. In order to find it, just go to upsocialnetwork.com. There's a red button that says register for event. Please remember, and we've already talked about instant leads, so we'll skip it. Please remember we were filmed live here at, I want to ask one last question. If you guys have gotten to this point, you're a regular podcast listener, if we were to provide a separate content venue, whether it was video, whether it was PDFs, whether it was audio, webinars, what specific questions would you like us to answer? And maybe it's as granular as, what should I do on WordPress? Should I throw away Joomla? What is the very granular questions or broader based questions that you feel we're not answering here that you would like to hear answered?
It could even be like implementation related questions, like how do I execute this in AdWords? Right. That's the content that we'd be willing to create a video for and show you how to do. Like if that's what you needed to know.
Absolutely. So go ahead and kind of hit us up. You can podcast at
eWebResults.com.
Yeah, we haven't done that one in a while. I'm impressed. And go ahead and hit us up, podcast at eWebResults.com, and send us those questions, please. Please remember we're filmed live here at 5999 West 34th Street, Suite 106, Houston, Texas, 77092. We are the most popular internet marketing podcast on iTunes. If you want a transcript, audio or video of this podcast, go to eWebResults.com. You guys have made us the most popular internet marketing podcast on iTunes. Thank you. You could be watching this on Facebook Live. We'll get the video up on YouTube later. You could be watching us. If you are, make sure you follow and subscribe to the Facebook page, to the YouTube video.
So that way you can be notified when we go live again.
Absolutely. Until the next podcast, my name is Chris Burris.
Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.